Hey, welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by the gents, Trish,
Yes,
Shiva,
sir.
Arts. What's happening, gents?
Can't complain, dog. Can't
Yeah, yeah,
complain.
yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
done
yeah,
enough complaining.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're now at hate watching football these days now.
yeah. I know it is what it is, bro. I think let's just start off this discussion by looking at what happened yesterday, specifically the Arsenal and um, Man City game. I don't know what's up with your boy Arts. He's ignoring me. Usbu. Uh, the
No,
guy, I always hit
who's
him
hurt?
up. Yeah,
Who's
but
hurt? And remember,
yeah.
hurt people. So
Now
yeah,
no, but I wasn't gonna say, but we weren't gonna mock him. I always tell him, like, bruh, we're not going to say
yeah, yeah.
anything inflammatory, or we're not gonna make you
You just
look
want to
bad
get
in
your
a way.
aspect and your scope. Yeah.
Exactly.
Look,
That's
I,
all. That's all. Yeah.
We'll
I,
throw in some jokes here and there, but on
yeah,
the whole, I
Yeah.
think I think we're nice people.
We are
yeah.
very nice.
Look,
Unless you support United.
look, I had an hour conversation with my dad this evening,
Yeah.
basically asking the same things, like what was happening.
Mhm,
You guys are bottling things like right now at the end stages,
mhm.
and he's even like shocked that City are back in the challenge.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to an interview that Pep did, and would you rather be chasing or be chased? And he said everyone will enjoy being chased because you got that points difference. But right now, it's looking like he's a great chaser when it really, really, really matters.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Which,
sports psychology, something that I actually found out on campus. Sports psychology shows that it's better to be the chaser than being the
Mm.
person chased. Because when you're chasing, you're looking in front of you. But when you're being chased, you've got to sort of, just make
over
sure
your
you're
shoulder.
always looking back, right?
Yeah.
And that does make a psychological difference because when you are chasing, you have no choice. You have to go for it. But when you are being chased, you have that little comfort of, it's not that bad if something goes wrong here. Um, but over the course of a season, it is that bad. And that is
Yeah.
how you eventually end up getting caught.
But it's really bad for Arsenal at the moment. I'm like quite worried for them. And then I looked at the log and I saw that if West Ham win today, Spurs are really, really in it, and Spurs actually could go down.
Mm.
Like it's a
Don't
hectic season
don't
this year.
segue. Don't segue. You see, you
No, I'm
said
just saying, it's
yeah.
hectic. It's hectic, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what did you guys think of the game, man? Were you guys thoroughly entertained by the
Mhm.
game? Do you feel as one team was lucky in comparison to another? Um, yeah, man. I'll start with you, Trish. I think, yeah, you've been very
I
quiet.
think if Arsenal played like that yesterday, the entire season, they would have won the league in March.
Mm,
And I wouldn't have had a problem with them winning the league.
Yeah.
mm,
If they played the way they played yesterday, this league would have been wrapped up. It would have been done. It wouldn't be.
Mm.
I think the max they can get is 85 points. I think they would have hit like 95 easy.
Okay,
They
no,
were,
that
they were
I don't think they would have
incredible
gotten
yesterday.
95, but
They
Mm.
were
no,
they
they
were
were good. They
incredible,
were they were really good yesterday.
yeah.
and I think that uh, they also learned a lesson in the sense that you can spend as much money as you want, but if you're just gonna play for throw-ins, play for set pieces,
Mm,
you're not gonna get far. And I think
Mm.
the biggest factor was actually two. It is Odegaard and Havertz versus Chucky and Haaland. That,
yeah.
Mm.
that for me, and also shout out Bernardo Silva and Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah.
That was the difference for me in that Arsenal Arsenal when they want to play and they actually want to go out
Play,
and win a
actually go
game,
out and
they
win
will win.
again.
They will win.
Mm.
But I feel like
And
they spent too long in the season just throwing the ball, corner kicks. I also want to say I'm really disappointed in the refereeing because why wasn't Gabriel sent off? Why wasn't
Yeah,
Gabriel?
but when you listen to the commentators, all a lot of them say that the ref wanted to let the game flow and let it play.
Yeah,
I
nonsense.
mean,
Yeah, but there's
certain
letting the
days.
game flow. There's letting the game flow and then putting other players in danger. How's it guys? Sorry for being late.
Hello, Ngobane.
What's up?
It's
I
Just
heard you had
the
traffic on your way home.
conversation, but saying that they Arsenal fans or they as in the players or they as in the management team, because I've got a view on that.
I think it's everyone. I think actually not the Arsenal fans, because they would have been delusional regardless. But I think it was the players, and
Okay.
maybe because I saw yesterday how good Arsenal can actually be. And the thing is, Arsenal played exactly like that in 22-23 and in a bit in 23-24, where they will go at you and they will not stop. They won't stop. They were relentless. Their press was incredible. But then you see where there's levels to this game.
Yeah,
There's levels between Havertz and Haaland, between Cherki and Odegaard. And I said this yesterday, how on earth is Odegaard their captain? Your captain, and especially your number 10, is the guy to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Look at City's 10. Dribble the entire defense and put it bottom corner. And how old is Cherki? 22?
But Turkey's
Odegaard
different.
is a seasoned footballer. He's an international footballer.
But guys,
Sorry.
it's also talent ID.
Yeah,
I feel like Man City always get the right players and they get them for a discounted price. I think Turkey cost like 30 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Not even. He had a release clause.
You
And,
see, yeah.
Look, I think Arsenal. I wouldn't be disappointed if I was an Arsenal fan based on the performance results, obviously. But like I said, if they played like that the entire season, no one would have had a problem with them winning the league besides their fans, and they would have had the league wrapped up by the end of March. Chase would have been done.
Yeah.
No one would have sit. But yeah, why couldn't they play like that against Bournemouth? Like,
that's
Bournemouth at
conversation
home.
I had. Yeah, conversation I had. Yeah.
My 2 cents. I don't know. Windows has decided to run an update on my machine, like as I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, my view on Arsenal is simple, and I think it's something that we've all spoken on. That with the league, the way that it's so close and so tight, you constantly have to reintroduce yourself. Be it that you are a City, you are an Arsenal, and I think Arsenal failed to reintroduce themselves, and they reverted to something that was very simple, that had worked on them. That getting out of that little hole, they found themselves in a situation. The game against Bournemouth, they shouldn't have lost that. The club hasn't won a league in 20 years, and we in the final run-in. This is the part that separates the boys from the men. April, they know very well that has always burnt them. It's always made fools of them. So why not get it into your head that come April, I will give 107% of whatever might be left in the tank. I get injured, I get injured, but the club deserves more than what I'm giving.
Everything.
No, my hand was up. My hand up was up first.
Yeah, I just want to finish this train of thought. And with City, we always make fun of them with the abundance of money they have and oil money and. But what they did in Jan or in this transfer window was fucking brilliant, guys. Let's just give it to them, and that's that. And that might be that secret ingredient. Because to be honest, City have been shit. City is not the City of old that goes and like literally
Wins 10
smacks
in
you
a
for
row.
5 and then life goes on. City lost to freaking Palace in the final. So that fear should not exist. But what they do in this transfer window in Jan, they go get Semenyo. Semenyo, who still is the leading goal scorer at Bournemouth. He left Bournemouth 4 months ago. He's still their leading goal scorer.
And Mark
So
Gahey,
that tells
they're
you
going to get Gahey
that
on
tells
the
you
cheap.
that there was thinking around it, that if we give him enough games under Pep, he will have a better understanding of what the manager is asking for, and he will give us goals. It's that simple. And unfortunately, in Jan, I don't recall who Arsenal went and bought in. That is a big money signing. And I know everyone is scared to buy in Jan because, there are no deals to be made in Jan. But like, look where we are now. Deals that should have been made, could have been made, weren't made, and now we're here. And you can't cry about injuries. Saka is injured, this, that. Injuries are part of the fucking game. It's a contact sport. We're not robots. It's human beings playing this game.
Yeah. Just to also add to what you're saying there, Sihle, it also goes down to City's talent ID as well. When you look at all of City's signings, like if you look at their bench for one, Reinders is sitting on the bench. I haven't seen Reinders play in a minute, but I know very well Reinders plays for Liverpool. He plays for your club. He plays for Man United, and even Otz's team comfortably. And they got him for how much? 40 bar, if I'm not mistaken, less than 50 bar. You know, Mark Gay was like 30 bar.
We
Semenyo
offered
was
70 and got rejected, by the way.
they offered what? I beg your
We
pardon?
offered 70 and got rejected.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
And then we went for
Yep.
30.
yeah, and
A
he
year
went for
later.
30. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, City just have this thing of being able to get
I
quality
think
players
that
for a reasonable amount.
that speaks about,
Mm,
that speaks about
mm.
Newcastle more than,
Yeah,
like, it's not a reflection on
No, but
yeah.
no. That's not
Palace's
fair.
No,
That's not
100%
fair.
get that.
That's not fair because
Because
when
they also
odds,
rejected
no
Shabbat.
guys, no, when odds bid that 70 bar,
Mm,
he was not running down his contract. He still
mm,
had another 2 years left on his
He was,
contract. When
mm.
City bid the 30 bar, he had 6 months left on his contract. So
Yeah.
you have to take that into account.
but guys, James, there's a seriousness in a club that gets the business done in early window period, because you never know, the fax machine might be broken and the deal stalls because of a fax machine, and we've
I've
had
heard that one
instances where
before.
that has happened. So for odds, yeah, for Odds' team to come and push right at the end on the last day where the player has gone and said goodbye and whatnot, and they want to get a 70 mil deal over the line, get the fuck out of here. The money had already cleared, the 150 for the striker. They could have, in the beginning of the window, say, hey, guy, this guy wants to leave. So what are our options? And not panic buy as they did. Because we're going to talk about Newcastle. I think Newcastle is in a worse position as compared to Chelsea, and I know Odds has got a different view to that. But Arsenal, back to Arsenal, Arteta has taken Arsenal as far as he can possibly take them, and that's to be commendable. Like, he's going against one of the best managers we'll have in the history of football, but unfortunately, there's that extra inch that he can't grow. So she can say deeper. That inch is not
Aye,
there.
man. Ish, listen.
Goodbye. Family show. Goodbye.
Yeah, dog. Come on. Yeah,
Yeah,
X just
like,
got
if you get that,
demonetized for that.
yeah, like come on, dude.
I just want to say though, despite
No, but like, honestly,
despite what
it's,
Sinclair is saying, I
let's
don't think the
celebrate
league
them,
is
man.
over. I don't think the league is done
No,
because
no,
I
of course
also,
not.
I also don't
Of
think
I
it
was
course
is.
looking at it today and a little bit yesterday, right? City's next games are against low block teams, and those are the teams that they've dropped points against,
Mhm.
right? Arsenal have not such a bad run in, and you know that they can get it done. Now, I don't think Arsenal are going to win all their games. I don't think City are going to win all their games either. But
Yeah, that's
also,
true. Very good point.
that Rodri injury, like you guys were talking about levels to this game and Odegaard and Cherky. Look at Rodri next to Rice. They're playing a completely different sport.
Yep.
Rodri, every single thing he does, his touch is perfect. His passes are with purpose. Every time he receives the ball, he progresses play with it.
Yep.
Something comes up,
Yeah, I think he's out for the season.
and that is huge.
Yo.
That is huge. That is a big problem. And the
Yeah.
next thing is also psychological, right? If City beat Burnley, they go level on points. But then I think Arsenal play 2 games before City play their next game, which means they could realistically be 6 points ahead again. And then you feel like we've been playing amazing. We've won how many games in a row? We beat them at home, and now we're still 6 points behind. That can really hurt you. So I think there's another twist coming.
So I've got a
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. There's the league is not done, guys. Like
Yeah, we know that,
let's
yeah,
be
we know
honest. There's like 7 games. There's 7 games that are a must win. The problem that Arsenal have is in twofolds. Number one, City wins on Wednesday. I'm just
against Burnley.
trying to be Credo and tell the future. They go level on points with Arsenal, but they are one up goal difference.
They could
The
actually
ask
have the same
is
goal
for
difference.
Arsenal.
City will
No,
be ahead
they're
of
only
I'm
one
saying
goal
if they
difference
win,
behind.
They have to score it. Yeah. So if they win, I'm thinking they score a goal.
Yeah, so then that levels
And
it on
so
goal
now,
difference, right? And then City are ahead on goals scored.
double check that. I think they go behind. But if they win, sorry, if they, I think City is ahead if they win by a goal on Wednesday, and the ask now of Arsenal is to outscore City in all the games that are coming up. I don't see that happening.
That's not happening.
Goal difference is 37 and 36.
Yeah. Yeah, so
To
if City win 1-0, they go
Yeah.
level. But City are ahead on goals scored, and that's the tiebreaker of a goal difference. But you make a good point. I don't think Arsenal outscore City. Arsenal have to get the 3
So-
points and hope City drop.
And it's the unnecessary pressure that they've put themselves. They should have put this whole thing. They should have put it to bed in March. This should have been done. We shouldn't be having this
No.
conversation.
So not March, right? March is a little bit extreme. But if they
Yeah.
did play the entire season, and I know it's difficult to play the entire season, but if they did play the way they played yesterday, the whole season, it wouldn't have come this close. They would have beat Bournemouth or even beat Liverpool, because there's no way our team would have managed that onslaught, right? And they would have won 12 points ahead. And even if they lost that game, they'd still be maybe 6 points ahead, right? And 6 points at this stage of the season is a lot.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think they
gold.
would have seen it through,
It's gold.
right? But they drew against us from not trying to win the game. They lost against us from trying to not lose the game. Both games against us, they did not try to beat us. And I
Yeah.
think the first game against City as well, they did not try to win that game. And that's why they didn't win the game. Yesterday, they came out and they tried to win the game, and they played like a team that could be champions. The problem is, you should have done this from the start. You would have, even if those 3 draws, even if you lost one and won one and drew the other one, that's still more points than drawing all 3.
Yeah.
It's a mentality thing, though. It's definitely a mentality thing, and I think that's also why Arteta started setting them up to play at this, because the difference is Pep's team is full of winners, and winners.
Yeah.
at the end of
Thank
the day.
you.
Now, with the Arteta's team, he has a team that are not used to winning. I mean, I think there was a joke that that Zubimendi and Marino went to Arsenal to look for trophies, and Sociedad won a trophy before.
Yeah, they won.
And it's like things like
Even
that.
West Ham and Rice.
Exactly. And it's a mentality thing in that, okay, so he's going to set them up and they're going to be compact, defensive. They're just going to score from corners to alleviate that turning around thing. So they don't have to worry. They know that, okay, they can just go and grind out a result and not have to worry. But then the thing comes back to it in that if you played the way that you played yesterday, the league would have been maybe not mathematically done, but wrapped up at the end of March. So if you have your April shutout, it's fine.
Yeah,
You're still here in May with 3 games left, or 2 games left. But that comes to inexperience in that Arteta is not a winner. And you can see who's a winner and who's not a winner, and who wants to win but doesn't know how to, and who will win regardless of them trying or not, which is Pep.
I've also got
Can
a
I ask,
question.
can I ask a question? Oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
Because on that point, because I had
shit,
the.
man.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
cool.
X. No, actually, go for it, X. Go for it.
I know, it's fine. You're the guest.
No, because my dad was saying the same thing to me, and I totally hear that. I mean, he's an Arsenal fan. He's been waiting for the league title and whatnot. But
Yeah.
Arteta's won the league. He's won.
No.
This is an assistant manager.
What?
Assistant manager.
Yeah.
That's
That
not the
doesn't
same
count.
thing.
It's not the
Okay.
same.
Okay.
You don't get
Participation medal, man.
exactly, dog.
Okay.
It's not
No
No,
the
but
way.
same.
he's been around winners, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. He's been around winners. I'm just trying to figure out when we say like you're a winner, you're saying that when it really counts, you say that different thing to the next player. Is that where we're going to say Arteta doesn't know how to lift up professionals
No,
in
I
a
just think
professional game?
Arteta is not genuine in the
He's
sense that
gimmicky. He's gimmicky.
exact yes,
Yeah,
it's a
he is
gimmick,
gimmicky.
and the reason why it sounds like a gimmick is because it's not genuine. Like Klopp says exactly the same thing Arteta says, and our players are ready to run through brick walls.
Yep.
Arteta says it, and like it's a meme because he's not serious. Because I don't think he's a winner. I think he's been around winners and he's seen what winners say, and
That's
he's like, oh, if I say these things, then I'll be a winner. But
Yes.
that's not how it
He's
works.
a
fair.
pretender.
He's been around
He's
winners.
LARPing. That's what he's doing. Because also you must remember, Arteta has been a loser for most of his career than he's been a winner. He was only a winner that 1 year at Arsenal and being an assistant coach at City. At
He has
Everton,
more
he was
games
a
for
loser.
Everton than Arsenal.
Yes,
Don't
at
forget
Yeah,
that.
Everton, he
That's
was
his
a
level.
loser.
and I think the Moyes effect does actually
Exactly.
show
Exactly.
in some of the games that he plays. You can see that David Moyes is all over this team. But I mean that as a joke, Tatapi, before you kill me. The other thing, guys, that I
Chatos be
just
coming at me in the chat.
Yeah.
Exley has his questions, Ishle. What were you going to ask me, X? Sorry.
I was gonna trigger you, Trisho, but let me not be that guy.
I know you're going to mention it's fine.
Yeah, I know. Great minds think alike.
so
No. Go.
the,
Say it.
the thing is, what's that? What I can't remember. Was it Einstein who said doing the same freaking thing and expecting different results is
Madness.
it's madness.
Yeah.
And we all know when the wheels come off for Arsenal. But they do the one thing that we've been saying, like, guys, just hold up. April, May is coming. And they don't address it. And I don't
Goes
know
back to that
the
age-old
expectation.
saying.
And the thing is, and the weird thing that's going to fuck them up over is if they don't win the league, what now? Because
They have to sack him.
don't
They
they
have to
don't like
sack
the
him.
type of football that's being played. They don't. No matter what they tell you, they don't recognize their own club.
Mhm.
Right now, they're doing it so that they can touch some silverware. Once they've touched silverware, then they can mess about with, let's get back to playing beautiful football.
And
And
they will get stomped.
unfortunately, if they don't touch anything right now, because it was all good just a week ago where the quadruple was on. Right now, we've got two trophies on offer. And
Don't involve Arsenal in the Champions League. Just put that one
I
side.
will. They're there. They've earned their way. They've earned their way there.
Yeah.
That is
Boring
going to be a
as
big wake up call for Arteta, though. In that Champions League semi-final, when he wants to think that he's the true master of the dark art, not realizing who he's going
Who
up
he's
against.
up against.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's coming. I'll
no,
just put
but
it like this.
guys, let's
Like Draco
let's not
Malfoy is
downplay
going to
their
go fight
achievement.
Voldemort.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
come on.
basically what it is.
Let's not downplay their achievement. I know it's like they're cheating their way to a trophy, but they're there. So let's just be fine with that. But the problem is that there's that bit that's missing, and unfortunately, he can't gimmick himself into that role.
Yeah.
Guys, you look at Haaland. You look at Haaland yesterday. He was a possessed man.
Yep.
Haaland, he backs himself, like he properly backs himself. And everyone was making fun of him when he said, stay humble or whatever. And
I
I
remember
think
that.
from then on, they went on a downward trajectory where City couldn't fucking win a game and whatnot, and everyone was making fun of them. But yesterday, you could feel that it was personal for him. And unfortunately, I can't think of any Arsenal players that I would say it was personal.
Yep.
Barring that
Well,
one
I think
player, who's that
it was
one player?
personal for Gabriel, right? But
No, who's that
that's in
player
the
that
wrong
plays on the
sense. He's
wing?
like a little crybaby.
Yeah, who's the player that plays on the wing for Arsenal? Hincapi or whoever. That
Oh,
Hiccup guy.
that dude is good.
Yeah,
That
he's
dude is
good. He showed yesterday that he really wanted it, but I can't think of
But
any other player.
was that it being personal or him just being South American?
I
It
just think he's a
is.
I
quality
think he
It's
wanted
footballer, and he
difficult.
more.
played like a quality footballer.
Yeah. For it to be personal, you must want it more than the next person.
Yeah.
I don't know if
The
that makes
Arsenal
sense.
team don't.
He
They
came out
almost feel like
thinking,
they
I'm
deserve it.
gonna beat my man, and I'm gonna be better than my opposite number, and he was better than his opposite number. I don't
Yeah.
even know who played right wing for City. Was it Semenyo? Semenyo was dog shit, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
Semenyo was horrific.
Hey,
Semenyo was very
horrific.
bad.
Hey,
But
that first touch of
back
his, bro, is
back to Semenyo.
ah,
They got him at the right time where they had a slump and he was present.
Mm.
Because if you
yeah,
remember his first five,
Mm,
6 games, he
mm,
was scoring. So
yeah,
mm.
now he doesn't have to carry the team to the finish line. He's
Yeah.
done his bit.
He's yeah,
He's handed the
he's done
baton.
enough.
Yeah, yeah, but
He's
actually
done
never
enough.
thought
He's
about it like
handed the
that.
baton over to
Holland.
Haaland. That hey, listen, now it's time for you, big man. And guess what? Big man is standing up.
Mhm.
But that's this Sichle, and Arsenal don't have
Yes.
this. They don't have
yeah.
mentality. They
And
don't have
Qualities.
winners. They
It's this
have they.
dependency. It's this dependency of on
mm,
Saka, Odegaard, and let's get corners so that what's his name, Gabriel can get a chance by us holding the players, and Saliba can get a chance.
Gabriel is a
That
wimp.
dependency,
I,
that
s- I
dependency can
realized
be
that
found
from
out.
recent.
And the weird thing is that they're going to struggle in semi-finals. I know they're in the semi-finals of Champions League.
yeah,
I've noticed European refs
Refs.
don't take kindly to that
Yes,
fucking
yeah,
dugout bullshit.
yes, they
yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah. And
and
another
that's why they
thing,
are where they are.
yeah, can I
That's why
also just
European
add
refs are refereeing in the Champions League final, and
the
Anthony
English?
Taylor and all these other
Yeah,
guys,
Don't get
yeah,
invited.
don't get
yeah,
invited.
Okay,
And
guys,
yeah,
can we let
yeah,
X speak? He's been trying
yeah.
for like
Yo,
half an hour
Nah,
now.
fuck X. X
guys,
can shoot because I know
guys.
he's gonna come for me, and so he can
Wait,
wait. We're the guests
wait.
here.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to answer Tato B squared. And you see, this is a problem that I have with Arsenal fans.
What
They're
is he
gonna
saying? Sorry,
say
I can't see the
it-
comments.
he says, come on, Arteta. He says, come on, Arteta has faced Simeone and blasted him off. The same
Okay.
Atletico side just lost the final. But my thing is that there's a difference between group stage Champions League
Yeah,
Mhm.
boo.
and
And
knockout
Champions
phase
League
Champions
semi-final.
League.
Yes,
It's like
and also
PSG.
Griezmann hadn't announced that he was leaving at that point.
You see
And
what I'm saying?
for a club like Atletico, that is one of the biggest factors because they
Yeah,
need that man.
yeah,
Mm, mm.
So when you were
exactly.
saying,
He's
huh?
also only got one trophy
Yeah,
in his
Europa.
11 years, something like that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
And he's the highest paid. He's the highest paid manager. And I know that these guys are assassins for hire. Basically, Ateta is also the third highest paid manager, and
yeah
in
in the
six
world.
years, he only has an FA Cup to show for it. He
That's
spent
not
a
Exactly.
even
billion,
his.
and the thing is, and that's the other thing that what's his name? Arsenal fans refuse profusely to go right ahead and acknowledge. A
Mm,
billion on talent. They're playing shit football that they don't recognize as the Arsenal way. So they've had to adopt this whole
mm,
thing of like we back our manager up. They back him up. They don't win a trophy. Guess what? They are back to square one. Because
Yeah,
mm.
unfortunately, you look at the talent that young talent that is at City. You've got Nico Riley. I don't know how old that
That
kid
boy is
is.
yeah,
class.
that's
I think
Fucking
he's
that boy is
hell.
gonna
21.
be world
Uh,
class.
Ah,
21.
sorry, I want to ask X the question because you
Yeah.
mentioned this, right? I want to go through X to ask my question because I had this
Mm,
conversation when you're talking about Tita not winning and whatnot.
yeah.
At the end of the day, the manager availability. So I'm waiting for the World Cup to end, and then the musical chairs of managers is going to go around and whatnot. I've always said Eddie out for. I've said Eddie out for the
Yeah,
past year,
you
right?
did.
Who's gettable now? Because now my dad's like, why would Sisk leave Como where he's doing well and come to an Arsenal? So
Cesc hasn't
you don't
won
just get
anything either,
rid
by the
anymore.
way.
Yeah,
You don't.
Cesc is
You
a
can't
trap
get rid
waiting
of
to
him.
happen, in my
And
opinion.
as well, Sisk also owns. He's a part
Like Xabi
owner of
Alonso.
Como. He's also a part owner, dog. It's home.
But this is what I'm saying. When it comes to this day and age of football, Arteta must go. Then who is there? Who is there for Liverpool? Who's there for Real
Nah,
Madrid?
nah.
There's
no,
a
but
Sisak
Singapore
no,
until you,
team.
Xabi
Sisak
Alonso is
until
there
you,
for Liverpool. Arsenal can have Slot. They can have him. He's a league winner. He knows how to win the league. He can
nah,
he
but
can
I
go to
think
Arsenal.
I think Arsenal fans have shown that there are a bunch of wankers that will take anything that is given to them. 6
To be
years with
fair,
this man.
to be
No,
fair to
no.
Arteta though, right? In that 6 years, he's finished. Well, he's finished second 3 times, right? So he took
That's
that
that.
club that was sitting seventh and eighth and ninth I don't know if they actually finished ninth, but that's where they were sitting.
It was 8th,
And
I
he's
think.
now
He's
made them a serious club.
it was 8th.
Like, as much as we like to meme them, let's not pretend that they're not serious, and let's not pretend that the league is over and it's done. It's not done. Arsenal can go on and win
I've
this league,
given
and
him.
it won't surprise anyone.
Yeah,
I don't think
I've,
they will, but you have to give him that little bit of credit. I just don't think he has that final little 2% in him.
I think it's more than a 2%.
I think that's
In him being
about
second
right.
for 3 times is just the first loser. That's how I see it. I've given him his flowers, and the thing is, he's tried.
Yeah.
He's tried his optimal best. He's been gimmicky, and I think that just makes it worse. No,
And
I
he
don't
has
think
improved the team.
he has, to a certain degree. I do think he's come a long way, but he went the wrong direction
Yep.
because he's going to leave them very confused.
Yeah.
He's not going to win the league, and he has them very, very confused because whoever is coming up is going to look at the squad and they're not creative enough. I mean, that Eze boy, I rate him. I don't think he deserved to be yanked off yesterday.
I think he's carrying an injury. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
what
also
we're
think he's
thinking
not
of.
100%.
He's been a bit park a bit this season.
But anyway, enough about Arsenal. I think we can. Yeah, we spent enough time. Tato B is going to send me
31
a text.
minutes. Yeah.
No, I don't know what you
Alright,
guys were
we
talking
should-
about in the first 5 minutes.
So I'm gonna close mine. I'll give myself a minute. I've said Eddie out for the past couple of months now. I said it a few years ago to say there is going to be a point in the season where he has taken us as far as he can. I feel as if right now we're sitting in a situation where if we don't get the manager before the World Cup, and like I said, there's going to be a manager musical chairs. If you don't get the manager before the World Cup, who's going to attract some of those players, we lose a lot more than we should lose because Tonali, for example, is not going to the World Cup. But if Tonali was chilling at home on holiday and he sees the manager that can give him a little bit of confidence to stay, Newcastle do not go 5th place, 10th place, 5th place, 10th place. It doesn't work like that. You need to build a little bit of the consistency. Like Arteta. Arteta has done 8th, 6th, and then he did 2nd 3 times, right? So it's not good enough, but it's still there and thereabouts. So in terms of where Newcastle stand, I'm still very much Eddie out, and I've known this for about a year because he needed to leave for us to progress to that next level.
I think the problem that Newcastle had is who was your previous owner?
Ashley.
Mike Ashley.
Yeah. Ashley left a mark in your team that you've got probably one of the best support base in the whole league. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
No.
Nah.
I think they well,
Right up there.
it's probably Liverpool, United, Arsenal are probably ahead of them. But
I have them right up
wait.
there. I
think Sunderland
like
probably have a bigger support than Newcastle. If I'm honest.
No, we're a bigger town. We're a bigger town than Sunderland.
Yeah, that one is gonna go on for days. But my
Yeah.
point is my point is you guys don't know when to let go. You want to let go when things are sour. You should have fired your manager end
Last
of
season.
yes, and
Leaves
you
with my
kept him.
blessing. Leaves with my blessing.
Hold on,
Leaves with my blessing.
hold on, and you kept him. In you keeping him, you then have that injection of cash, and you know you've got like freaking you can't spend willy-nilly, but that injection of cash has to be used somewhere to appease the fans that we're actually doing something in that we are a big club. And you go and you splurge on the wrong players. I don't know who's doing the selection. I'm not gonna say it's Eddie. But unfortunately, you are at the stage where his legacy at Newcastle is tarnished. You're sitting 14th.
It's so
You don't
tarnished.
deserve to be. I'm speaking from outside. I'm speaking from outside. I don't know internally when you guys are having a little huddle what you decide. From the outside, yeah.
This guy.
He leaves
From
with
the
our
outside,
blessing.
you guys are 14th, and you've spent how much in this
The Premier
window
League.
or these past two windows.
Yeah.
And I think you were happy to be featured in the Champions League. For you, that was like, oh, it's that affirmation that you needed that we're a big club in Europe and whatnot. But the unfortunate thing is that you can't yo-yo into Europe in and out. And
That's my point.
Mm.
That's my
Like,
point.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm with you on that. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
you should have let him go. You should have let him go last season, and I think we did. We were all
You just
saying
won
that.
us a trophy. You won us a trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
So
the
then
thing,
that's
right?
what I'm saying. You leave on a high.
But how do you
Kanye West
how do
said
you
it, and I
if
don't know where he stole it from. He said you either die a superhero or you live long enough to become a villain,
It was
and
he
that's
stole that
exactly what's
from
happened
a
with Eddie Howe.
movie,
Two-Face.
and I will
It was
not be
Two-Face
discussing
and
that movie with you.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ots. I will
No,
discuss
like the
that
Dark
movie
Knight
with you.
actually. Yeah, Two-Face said that the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Yes, yes.
Mm.
So
That's yeah.
you can't sack him after he's won a trophy,
Why
because he
not?
won a trophy and got Champions League football,
No.
right? That's like as good as Newcastle could have got that season,
Mhm.
right? So you couldn't sack him for achieving what he set out to achieve, right? If his contract was coming to an end and that was his final year, and you're like, listen, we can get Jose Mourinho, so we got to let you go, that's a different thing. Then you go with our blessing. But you can't sack him for doing exactly what he set out to do. This
Chelsea
season,
once
though, I
Chelsea
think you
once
can.
hurt my feelings. They had a player who had just won the players player of the season and the team's player of the season, and they sold him to Man United the very next season.
And how did
Mason
that
Mount.
work out?
That
Awesome.
hurt
On
me.
Mata.
On Mata.
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh.
That hurt me. Yeah, they did that to
You guys
Mata.
had Matic as well. You guys sold a lot of players to United.
No, but like my point is, he was
Mm.
players player of the season and the player of the season, the team's player of the season, and they sold him the very next window.
Because
Yeah,
Jose
that's
didn't want him.
yeah. Jose
Yeah,
didn't want him.
That's
Jose,
why.
yeah, Jose.
that's
Yeah,
what you call decisive management, and they made decisions where it hurt.
yeah.
You could see that, hey, this trophy that you've just won was you peeing on yourself to try and keep warm. Guess what? Winter has come, and now that pee is freaking wet, and look where you are now, 14th.
Are they 14th?
They are fucking 14th. They've played 33 games, won 42 points.
Yeah,
At least
we're
they
done
won't get
bad.
relegated.
It's okay, odds. We've been there.
Yeah, we're done bad.
Yeah. Those guys have been there. Those
No,
guys.
no, we've
have
been
had it
there.
rough.
We were there.
Yeah, I know those guys. That's what I
And the
mean
thing
by
is,
those guys. You
the
guys.
Newcastle team is so disjointed that I wouldn't blame. Okay, Bruno's not gonna leave because Bruno is
Bruno
yeah,
is a machine,
he
guys.
is.
We
Remember,
need to be
guys,
honest
Tonali,
about that shit.
Tonali, you risk losing Tonali, and if you lose Tonali, and if Arsenal gets Tonali, we are all fucked.
Nah,
Not
it's gonna
Not
be the
Arsenal.
seventh
No.
defensive midfielder. No.
Not Arsenal.
No.
Not
stays
Arsenal.
with Tonali.
If
That's a joke. That's a joke. You've missed it, but it's
If
fine.
United get Tonali, I won't be as happy as if we got Bruno. But that's a story for another day.
But
Why
Bruno 29
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, dude.
He'll
He's
want to
old,
get
man.
his last big contract. So I think that's why. I think Bruno's more likely to leave than Tonali.
Yeah,
In my
that's the
Don't
other
you
thing. That's the
think?
other thing. Odds. Bruno is 29, and everyone wants to look into the future and whatnot. Fuck that. Right now, if I was a manager and I had an option of buying Bruno, I would go
I take it.
splurge on Bruno. For the next 2 seasons, he's going to give me the best possible fucking outcome. He would be the Silva moving from PSG to Chelsea. He will be that kind of player
Okay.
where
Okay.
he's league proven. He's not going to try and figure himself out. He's literally by game one, he knows what the manager wants out of him.
Okay.
And when he
That's a
goes on
good
the
point.
field, I've never seen that man drop a
He might make a very
90%.
good Bernardo Silva replacement.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
would make an amazing Bernardo Silva
I'm
replacement.
yet to see that man drop a 90% or a 9. I always think he gives 110% of
Fair
himself
argument.
on
Fair
the
argument.
field.
Fair argument. I see that.
And then
That's a very
and then
fair
now,
argument.
oh, but he's 29. Fuck that. 2 seasons, that's all we're asking for.
No, at his level, he could play for 4 years at the top. Definitely.
Thing is, he
Yeah.
reminds me, and I've said this many times, he reminds me of Steven Gerrard, where it's just, this is my midfield and this is my game. I'm going to run the show. And players like that, because they put so much into a game, they don't go deep into their 30s, right? Their legs are gone by the time they're 33,
Nah, yeah,
34.
you're right. You're right.
And
You're right.
that's my one concern about him.
The
So yeah,
other
I'm with
thing,
you. 2 seasons, yes, definitely. But you're gonna have to find a replacement very quickly.
do you know the funny thing is I foresee if he moves to Arsenal within 5 games he gets given the captaincy
Yep.
ahead of everyone
Oh yeah,
else.
for sure, for
Yep.
sure, for sure.
Tonali.
No, Bruno.
Bruno.
Bruno. If Bruno moves to
Yeah,
Arsenal,
yeah.
I give him 5 games, and 5 games is a month and a week. I give him 5 games, and he's the captain.
I mean, he got it. He got it at Newcastle this year because it went Lascelles, Trippier, then him.
Yeah,
So he was,
Lascelles
he was
inherited because he's English. He was also very useless.
No,
He has
Lascelles was
quite a-
captain in the championship, wasn't he?
yeah.
No, he was captain in the Premier League for the first year back. I believe.
No. But I
Yeah.
mean, he was given it
he,
in the
yeah,
championship.
yeah. But
Very
I think
uncaptain. And
also
then
he was he's useless.
Yeah.
Lascelles was useless.
Championship
He's about
side.
relegated to League One.
Watch Spurs go through the same thing when they have to get rid of a lot of players when they get relegated.
Guys,
It's one in ten.
guys, listen to this, right? I was looking at the fixtures today, like, so funny. West Ham, I think in the next 2 or 3 fixtures, West Ham play Arsenal, right? If West Ham beat Arsenal, they could, in one game, stop Arsenal from winning the league and relegate Spurs. In one game.
No.
Absolute
Because I think
cinema.
West Ham
The
are 2
We
points
here
behind
for it.
Spurs.
When that
Cinema.
happens,
Absolute
is when
Or
cinema.
1 point ahead of Spurs, and they have a game in hand tonight, which means if they beat Arsenal, they could seal both clubs.
Absolute cinema.
But guys,
Think of
so
the memes.
Yeah.
I've been
I
saying
would
for a
buy.
couple
I
of
would
weeks
buy.
now.
You know that blow bubble machine that you normally have. I'll get one of those things when I go to the office. And for
And
you,
then-
Tattoo B, I'll get you one as well. You know that one that you put sunlight liquid and you stare it
Yeah,
up.
and then you just
That's the shit I would get.
yeah.
So
But yeah,
I've been to a couple of
Let's address the elephant in the room.
what's the elephant?
Blueco. The title
Oh.
says it's
Oh yeah.
yeah. There was that game. You know, you know when you give an intern a task, and the task is print me 100 pages of the same thing, and the intern goes to the machine to the printer, and the printer, you need to log in with your credentials, but unfortunately they don't have credentials. Guess what? You're not getting those 100 pages, simple as the task is. And that's exactly what's happened at Chelsea. They took talented future Ballon d'Or winners and they gave them to an intern, and he's asked to learn on the job. And the unfortunate thing, asking
Actually, you
for
guys are trying to things.
hold on, asking for a manager who is a yes man will result in such. There was absolutely no need for Blueco to let go of the current England manager. Absolutely no need.
He
He
had a
is.
fallout, didn't
That's the thing. It was egos,
he?
and they need to learn as the owners segregation of duties. Unfortunately, Americans are known not to know that line. And this is where we are. I don't recognize my team. It's fucking shit. Everyone is saying we played better than United. I don't give a shit. You can play 100 passes and United played 2 passes, but out of the 2 passes, they score with 1, they walk away with 3 points at home. And it's starting to be a thing where you come to freaking our patch of grass and you take away 3 points. I don't have any excuse. It was unacceptable. But the unfortunate thing is that it's rotten from up top.
Yeah, but you guys are going through exactly what Trishul and I have been experiencing for more than a decade. You guys
American
have
owners.
No, X.
no.
It's much
No.
worse for them.
Nah,
It's
bro.
Much
not.
worse
No,
for them.
it's not.
No,
No, it's not.
your owners
Uh,
actually had an idea about football.
No,
These
I don't
guys
think
are
so.
just here to
I
make
don't
money.
think.
That's
I
all.
don't
No,
think
no,
so,
Shiva,
Shiva.
Shiva, remember,
Shiva.
our owners weren't even putting in a cent. At
Yep.
least Uco are spending, they're not spending it right, but they're still spending.
Yeah.
They want to improve the
Exactly.
But for
stadium, they want
them,
to
it's
improve the
just
training ground.
they're trying to turn Chelsea into Brighton. That's what they're doing. They want a machine where every season they can sell a couple of players and take some of that money and reinvest it and get new players and then just pocket the profit.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
they
they're trying to
don't
Yeah,
turn
that,
have.
Chelsea
that,
into.
They
there is a
don't
problem.
have they don't have the scout network that Brighton has, and the
And do you know
Brighton
how they're
network.
fixing that?
By
Yeah, but
having
like
Why?
it cannot be. Trishul, sorry, Shiva. It cannot be that we are rebuilding mid-season every season. That can't be life.
It's because
Our
your
players have
owners,
checked out of this. Our players have checked
yes,
out.
Ngubane, your owners are not trying to win trophies. Your owners are trying to make money. That's why you're rebuilding every season. And so far, they haven't even been making money.
Mhm.
So I don't know how this is going to end, but yeah, I don't. You guys have to get those owners out. Like you
Mhm.
absolutely have to get those owners out.
Honestly, I feel like a baddie right now, but I really miss my Russian sugar daddy. I do.
But we did tell
now
you
that
this
guy
though.
cared. That guy
Yeah,
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 but
he
cared.
we,
no,
did.
he gave a shit. He gave a shit, and a lot of people took that for granted that he gave a shit.
but that's
You
exactly.
listen to all the previous own all the players during his tenure. They will tell you straight. He will make sure that you've got all the tools, equipment you need to succeed. If the
Mhm.
manager is not doing what he thinks should this team should be is capable of, chop. And they all knew that
Yeah.
guys, there was a point Chelsea had 7 international captains in one team.
Yeah, that all goes down to your recruitment, bro. I mean,
Seven freaking
No,
international captains.
I don't think it's just recruitment X. They also
mm,
had a manager because a lot of those players were not international captains when they joined Chelsea.
Mhm.
mhm,
They grew into those players at Chelsea.
mhm.
Chelsea are world champions.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah, fuck
actually.
yeah, that was a farce, and we all knew
That's
that.
yeah,
It was
like
good, man. It was a fucking farce,
Mm.
guys.
it was a
Chelsea.
fun preseason tournament with a lot of money.
Yes, it was FIFA making money prior to making money for World Cup, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the show that we're going to have about the World Cup because
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of online content around the exploitation of the World Cup and how
It is
it's a
disgusting.
capitalist dream. They are freaking it. Yeah, it's a
Yet,
proper grift job. But
honestly,
we'll speak on
Mexico
that.
Mexico has everything a country needs for a World Cup,
yeah,
plus an actual football fan base. Just
yeah,
just have the World Cup in Mexico.
100%.
No, yeah, and thing is, we have to deal with freaking a halftime fucking show. We're gonna have to deal with these American commentators. I'm just gonna watch it in freaking course. Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also the
we'll get
ticket
there.
prices. So the loyal fans who actually want to go there and sing songs and
No,
things,
no,
they can't afford it. So
no,
no,
I
they
you're
can't.
can't.
hearing go team, fight and win all the time. It's
Yes.
not going to be
Yes.
fun.
Kick the ball over there.
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys
Mm,
you watched Coachella and all the highlights that came off Coachella, even if you know what Coachella is.
Mhm.
But basically, it's the Olympics of see me, see me, see me. So basically, anyone who wants to be seen is in Coachella. Tickets like fucking expensive and shit. They had a burger for I think it was $700. It was a caviar burger.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey.
No ways, dog.
That's
That's
what this World Cup is gonna
ridiculous.
be, guys.
I
Yep.
shit you not. Have a look at just like search
Do you know how much
Coachella, but
$700 is, bruh?
yeah, dude, they were
Sheesh.
paying
Remember,
for
it's the
tents. They were
people in football,
Oh,
working class are the fans.
thank
yeah,
you.
thank
So
you. This is
the
the
working
pulse,
class folks.
bro. This is the
So
pulse.
when
So
you see these
they
tickets that are thousands of dollars
Yeah,
for the nosebleed seats, who are
yeah.
But
these
here's the thing.
fans?
Here's the thing. Here's where it gets even worse. So as much as the tickets are $1,000, you need to buy your ticket, and that purchasing of the ticket, you're basically purchasing, um, or maybe there's a tier where you purchase your ticket all the way up until the final. So say you play 10 games or whatever, you purchase tickets for all 10 games so you can follow your club all the way to the final. And there are some tiers where you're forced to buy that. So say you are a Bafana fan, right? 20% of Bafana fans have to buy that tier of ticket where you watch every single game all the way up to the final, right? And if you don't make it to the final, then they refund you, but they take a 20% cut. They call it a holding fee or something. Now, if you are Spain or France or Brazil or Germany, teams that historically
Argentina,
make the
yeah.
final, Argentina, you can take that gamble. But Bafana's not like, guys, let's be honest.
No,
We'll
so
make the
we are
final.
not getting
World
to
And the
the
Cup,
thing
final.
is,
tell me
That's
which Morocco
true.
fan would have done that. No Morocco fan would have done that
No.
in the last
Yeah,
World Cup.
or Senegalese. Yeah.
No one's going to do that.
So what? So this should just say that, like just now, like listen, you're going to want to like it's going to be a good World Cup or whatever. It's going to be a disaster. I think the problem that we're going to see this year is that the World Cup will still be the World Cup. We're going to watch opening ceremony. Going to watch all the games we can. We're going to watch semifinals, quarterfinals, finals, and we're going to enjoy it. We'll still say, oh, this, that, and the other. We will still say, yo, by the way, Chelsea had a 2-hour break between one of their games, and we got frustrated in the time zones for us. But it's still a World Cup at the end of the day.
I get what you're saying, Ots.
Yeah.
And that
You can go to
Ots
Mexico
is
and
the
watch
problem.
only
Yeah.
That
It's
Ots
not
is
just
the
the World
biggest
Cup.
problem. It's like this is the biggest thing in the world. It's literally the biggest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Yeah, but like
There is nothing
America
that's
doesn't
bigger than this.
understand. America doesn't understand what the world is. To them, the world is them.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
point I'm trying to make
never
is
heard
it's
anything
too
to it.
big to fail, but that doesn't mean you can go and ruin it.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening.
I think they're
Two very
also
good
culturally,
statements.
they are culturally unaware of the significance of the World Cup and what it means to host the World Cup. I get it; they've hosted the Olympics before, and
They've hosted the World Cup before.
they have was
94, yeah.
'94.
I think it was
But
94.
you
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
you
it
had
was
Diana
94.
Ross at the opening ceremony running and missing, like doing a penalty by running and still missing the goals. Diana Ross.
And they wanted to introduce those running in penalties. You remember? But yeah, you
Yeah.
guys were too young. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing with Americans that will frustrate
94,
everyone.
Gubale. How old were
Yeah.
you in 94? 20. You were 20.
No, I was 6, I think, somewhere there.
I was 6.
20.
6.
I was 6
No.
in 90.
Yo.
Yeah. But the thing is with Americans, and they're really gonna fuck up a good thing, and they're not giving it to the normal person, because the unfortunate thing with America is that capitalism rules everything in their
They want
eyes.
it all glittered in gold. They are like their president.
They
want
view it
everything
as it's a
glittered in gold.
show,
Yes.
and they want it to be a
Yes.
show. If
They
it was
don't
up to them,
understand
they
the
would
concept
split. They
of
would
a
split the
sporting event.
yes, and they don't understand the concept of a draw.
No.
Someone has to win, because it cannot be that you play for 90 minutes and there's no winner. They don't
Yeah.
understand that concept. But anyway, why are we talking about
12. See,
Yeah.
I believe Tato.
12,
You were
yeah.
12.
Let's
12
go into the
sounds
real
right.
winners of this weekend.
I was 12 in 94. No, fuck that. How
You were
old do you
12
guys
in
think I
94.
am?
50.
Let's not open
42?
that can of worms, please.
Wow.
I can't count that high. It's been a
Actually,
long.
X
Odds,
was invited.
odds.
X was
It's been a
invited to my
long-
40th. X was invited to
How
my
old were you,
40th.
X?
That was a long time ago, bro.
But anyway,
X, were you allowed to drink?
no, I wasn't. But America, as we said, they think their view is that the world should see the world should see the world through their eyes.
Yeah.
But anyway, the World Cup is fucked. The commentary, I fucking hate it. I'm
I'm
gonna
hoping there's a
miss.
channel with
Give me
Drury.
who's the Shakespeare of commentary? I just forgot his name
Drury.
now.
It's Drury.
Drury.
Oh, dude. And then you're gonna get Americans. Oh, we've got to throw it.
No, they
But
can't.
anyway.
They can't, bro.
You can't.
I
Gonna
hope
try
Peter Drury is
explain to me
alive.
what a throw in is.
Yeah.
hope Peter Drew is alive to read my eulogy one day. Just so it sounds nice. Because if it's Peter Drew, then I know at least I lived.
There's an LLM that you can. There's an LLM that you can play around with, where you can get anyone
No,
to.
no, I don't want to hear about LLMs and data.
Yeah, don't.
And
We're not doing
please,
that. We're not doing
please,
that.
I've had
Save the water.
6 weeks about it. Ots can tell you about the 6 weeks that I've had. I don't want to hear about any of that bullshit now.
Wait, can we talk about the league's best player, please?
Bruno.
Yeah, so the league's best player has just scored a last-minute winner against Everton again.
Nah.
Guys,
nah.
see you all next week, Monday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like you
Nah.
guys are.
Let's give Bruno his flowers. He's been
Yeah,
consistent, and he's been thoroughly consistent. Where'd you get that?
Away.
What nail polish were you
That's
using on
away.
that thing, man?
No, it's
Put that away.
Ballon d'Or.
It's
Says
not.
that.
It's not for Bruno. It's for real footballers. It's for players who win
Where'd
things.
you
Not
get
players
that
who
from?
finish
Like
third.
what font were they using? Is it like
Times New Roman.
Third.
no, but like Bruno
Third,
has
and
been
you guys are
consistent.
talking about Ballon d'Or. Third.
Okay, wait.
So-
Let's
My
talk
footballer this
about the game.
season.
Right? We
I'm
talked
gonna- I'm
about
gonna- I'm
Chelsea.
Quickly, I'm
Yes,
gonna segue. Sorry, my brother finished the Manchester Marathon yesterday, so he's the best player in Manchester today.
Hey, congrats to your bro. Yeah, I thought it was you. You guys look alike, bruh. I was like, hey, I thought Otis isn't man.
Nah, they
No,
played football the same. They played football the same. They both very shit, and they know it.
Yeah, is it your
And
older
he-
brother? Oh,
He's my younger brother. He ran in a Liverpool top, from what I understand, I think, or in an Absa top. I don't know. No free advertising.
Represent.
But yeah, no. So he did that. So he's the best player in Manchester currently. So you can't tell me about Bruno or anyone else. But continue. Just throw your
Okay, so
your
tell you
nominees
about
out there.
Bruno. Right. If
Okay.
I want to talk about United first because I did not expect us to to win that game.
Yep.
But I mean, we turned up to Stamford Bridge with a 19-year-old and a random Muslim uncle, left with 3 points and a clean sheet. And I was very, very happy with that because I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. But Yasser's Garnacho is awful, dude. Garnacho is an awful player. Awful player.
I was speaking to some friends who are so happy that he's no longer with you guys.
Yeah.
And
no, for sure.
and I've
I hope you
been
guys
telling
get the
you,
money.
and I've been telling you guys from the moment you see from the FA Cup, you remember the youth FA Cup where we started gassing him up. The eye test, bro. I just saw that this guy is not it. I even told Lamek. Lamek was a huge fan at the time. He was like, yeah, we've got this new kid named Garnacho. I'm like, bruh,
Was
this
he
ain't your
telling you
mouth."
about his GA and
Exactly.
XG?
This is not.
and his-
He was acting like this guy's Yildiz, this guy's Yamal, Gula. You know, there's levels out here, guys. When you talk about young, talented ballers, you know. And I was like, bruh, as long as he's not on that tier, I can't lose my mind
Yeah.
over him.
He
And as well,
really showed it. He
exactly.
really showed it. How bad he is.
Skeletor showed it, bro. Like the guy was just awful, bro. Awful. Actually,
Yeah, no, he
Chelsea.
was.
I feel like Chelsea's attack is weaker than it was last season. I feel like
Yep.
the players you got rid of were better than what you currently have. That's just
The
my opinion.
lap. I don't know why they thought that his goals with Ipswich will translate to Chelsea. I really don't know why they thought that. I think that signing was just more of a market opportunity rather than
Yeah,
this
I
guy's
think
really
No,
I agree with that.
they bought Delap to show that they could buy Delap. Delap said
Yeah.
he got relegated. Then he came out and he said, "Oh, I've just been relegated. I want to go to a Champions League team."
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, we're a Champions League team." And then
It
they
was
bought him.
30 mil, guys. Like, let's not.
Yeah.
fight
Yeah, but
over
but
that.
you
It was
wasted
30
30 mil. You wasted 30 mil.
Yeah, but like
Wasted
Have
in
you
Could have got
hindsight,
Shady
it's one of those.
game?
It's,
Could have got
sorry.
Shady,
Okay,
bro.
my team has been shit, but there's certain things that I will defend. Yeah, that's the whole point of taking a chance on a player. It
Okay,
does
valid.
one of three.
Valid.
It does one of three things. It either superbly works out, and you look like a fucking genius that you've spent 30 mil on a Ballon d'Or winner, not the tinfoil thing that you have there.
But here's the thing,
Or
Mane.
wait, hold on. I'm still
It's a
explaining
smart
that
move.
it's
It's a smart move if you
thank
kept
you.
Jackson. And
Yeah.
as soon
It
as
would
you
have been. It
sold
would have been.
Jackson, you
But-
can't go and buy Delap. You
Yep.
need to go and buy Who's the
which
striker that
is
moved?
which
You
is
need to
why
get
I'm
five
saying
most
it
there
productive.
isn't
happens.
any. There aren't
Hold
any.
on,
There's no strikers left.
it ends up in three ways. It's either you're a fucking brilliant, you could see the future, and you bought a player for 30 mil, and they have a return of 19 goals that season, or it's bang average, where you're like, okay, cool, you didn't really lose much. Maybe he's growing into his role. Or thirdly, you get where we are now, where he's fucking shit. The unfortunate thing
Those
is that
are the three
Liverpool.
ways. Yes.
No. Yeah. Liverpool knows exactly what we're speaking on because there was a tweet that was sent through. I remember this guy saying biggest upgrade ever. Liverpool fan. He had compared Nunes when he left, and who's the kid that went to Bayern?
Nunez and Diaz to
Yes.
Ross and Isak.
Yep. And then he was talking about the incoming in Vets and
Isak.
and Isak.
That
It
didn't start
happens,
well enough.
guys. Unfortunately, that's the nature that football takes these days. You can't sit with 100 mil in your pocket and not take a chance.
Mhm.
The only thing I think Arsene Wenger got caught up in this whole thing where he was about the book. Sorry, it was about his books and his numbers where they needed to make money and whatnot. And he forgot one very important thing is that they're in the business of winning trophies, not in the business of making money for shareholders and balancing the books. Which is why I keep on saying and preaching this thing because I've benefited from it. Odds, you are the richest club in the world, but you shall fuck all for it. 14th.
And your
Yeah.
game's on 208.
Yep. That's also. I saw your message in the group, Shema, when you spoke
Okay, my
about.
games have been on 208 before, so I know the feeling. So
Yeah,
I
but
won't. I
No,
won't.
but
it's
look,
not
look.
consistently
If
there.
if City are playing Arsenal and Chelsea are playing Bournemouth at the same time, and the Chelsea game's on 208, that's fine, right? That's fine because you know City and Arsenal is the bigger game. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I
But
mean, when it's Leeds against Wolves on 203,
yeah,
and
that
you are
was
City got 208, guys,
that was funny. That
guys,
was so.
Right. Can we talk about the league's best player now, please? I've waited,
Yeah.
I've waited
No,
1
no,
hour and
speak.
1 minute. Tell me about Bruno Fernandes and why he deserves to be PFA Player of the Year. Because he
He
does.
doesn't.
Of course he does.
But
Of
he
course
has to. But he has to win, though. You have
this
to
reminds
win.
me
He's
of
played
when
40
Arsenal
games.
Okay,
won
what
PFA
did what
Player
did
of
what
the Year.
did Gareth Bale win in 2012?
But Bale is different, though.
Van Persie won the
cannot-
Golden Boot and the
you
league, but
can
didn't PFA Player of the Year.
You
He
cannot
played 40
put
games a season.
Bruno
But
Fernandes in the
it's the Premier
same.
League. It's the Premier League PFA Player of the Year. And
No,
also, what has
you
Rice
cannot
won?
put
What has
Bruno
Gabriel
in the same bracket as Gareth Bale.
Yep.
You cannot.
I'm
Madrid's
not
not going to
doing
come
that.
and drop 100 bar on Bruno. No one's going to drop 100 bar on Bruno.
Someone in
Not
Saudi.
even
but I
United
don't
will
want
drop
them to
100
do.
bar on Bruno.
Yeah.
I would drop 100.
Right now, United won't. United won't
But
even buy him.
anyways, wait. Let me make my point. Right. In that year, Van Persie scored 26 goals, won the Golden Boot, won us the league, didn't get PFA Player of the Year. Why is it that now Bruno Fernandes has carried us from wherever the hell we finished this year to hopefully third, will most likely break the assist record and won't get it because who's going to be second or who should win it above him? Arsenal fans can't even decide between Rice and Gabriel, and if you want to use
No,
the
neither of them.
argument of
Oh, Enzo.
He
Named
gets
him
to
after
argue against
Maresca, and
Bruno.
Maresca decided to leave.
You've got another Enzo that wants to leave.
Guys. Yeah.
Do I think you guys are disillusional? No. Do I think you guys haven't watched enough football from United playing to see a different player? Maybe.
Okay,
I
but
can't
then odds,
argue. I
who
can't argue.
should
I
it
can't
be
argue.
besides him?
I can't argue with that.
I
can't
think
argue
I
the
think
point.
if
So
if
100%
City
agree.
win the league, it should be Haaland.
It just
But-
shouldn't be Holland though. Holland went on a 13 game
Yeah,
run
I
or
agree with
something
Tuchel.
ridiculous.
And he's still the top goal scorer in the league.
Okay, but then on that note, Igor Thiago
Igor
is
Thiago.
behind
Yes.
Haaland.
Yes, but
Why should
Igor-
he win it?
I think Brentford's manager is a good shout for manager of the season. But
Yes.
I
yes.
don't think.
Yeah.
I think if City don't win the league, right?
I say
If
Iriola.
Arsenal win the league, then I'm on board with giving it to Bruno because he hasn't really been a standout player this season. Right.
The only center play this season has been Nico O'Reilly, Bruno Fernandes, and Igor Thiago, and while Haaland.
Yeah,
was-
Nico
Nico
Nico's
Riley.
gonna win the
The
PFA
young
young
player.
A young
player.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he
I
has
think
it in the
Nico Riley
bag.
came late. So I'll concede the point. I'm 100% happy to concede the point to say that Bruno Fernandes
It's just not going to be Rice.
Because if
It's
I'm
just gonna
thinking
be
about
Gabriel.
don't see.
And the whole argument of he's only played 40 games and stuff, it's a Premier League thing. But then also, have Rice and Gabriel been outstanding in other competitions? Are they going to use Rice's 2 free kicks against Madrid in the Champions League?
Guys,
last year to
I
give
can't-
away this
That was
year?
that was
sorry.
last season.
I'm
Yeah, no, but
sorry.
I'm saying, are they
but
going to use that as
yesterday-
an
This is
example?
right, yeah.
Declan Rice is a very good player.
That's all.
But
Mm-mm.
that's it.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
it.
world class.
And I've been telling you guys these things, but hey, y'all
He-
couldn't
I
he
think
is
believe
a
the
very
very
good
the
player.
very is
I
misplaced
said it
also.
was
miles better than him.
Nah, I think the
Miles.
very is also misplaced. For his role, I find no, hold on. For his role, I find him he sometimes has he has performances that are flaccid. That's the best way
He
I can.
does, right? But let
He
me put
also
it this
plays to
way.
the camera.
He's
Yeah.
was he worth that £100 million? Yes, he
fuck
was.
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I think
100% he was.
No, I think
He was
I think
definitely
he
worth
was.
that £100 million. But we saw yesterday
Sorry, question.
the difference between a very good midfielder in Declan Rice and a truly world-class midfielder in Bruno.
Question.
I'm not Bruno, sorry, in Rodri.
Rodri.
And
Yeah.
that's just, as I said, they were playing a different sport. Declan
Question?
Rice cannot win Player of the Year.
Okay.
Neither
Question
can
for the
Gabriel.
guys that said he's worth 100 mil. Let's take him out of his citizenship and let's give him to his grandparents, where he's Scottish.
Ireland.
Irish.
Is Irish. Yeah, he's Irish. How much is he worth?
He was a signing that took Arsenal from 8th to 2nd,
Think
right?
okay. Let me say this. Actually, he's probably still worth
Nah,
100.
fuck that, guys.
He is still worth 100. No,
No, he is.
I
He
think
is. But
he
wait,
I think he is a very good
I wouldn't
player.
want to pay it, but I think
I'll
he
put
is.
it to you this way: the Declan Rice that Arsenal signed was worth 100 million. The number 6 that they signed from West Ham was 100 million. This Declan Rice is not worth 100 million because he's been played out of position. He's not been utilized properly. He's just a battering ram that they
Yep.
use.
Have you
But the
ever?
like
West Ham
Declan
one
Rice
is
is
Do you know
box
what it
midfielder.
sounds like?
They're
Do you know
talking
what it
about
sound-
him being Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard when he
No,
scored 5
no,
goals
no,
a season.
No,
Like, what the
but
bloody hell, man?
No,
You know what it sounds
Check
like? It
always
sounds
need
like
to
one of those guys
compartmentalize.
at a braai who his wife is ugly, and he tells you should have seen her in her youth.
Can we call it an episode, guys?
Guys,
Nah, and he's like, you should have seen her in her youth.
you know, Ngubane, I think just go and get a drink, Ngubane. I think
These
but
comments
like-
are not. Yeah. These comments are not for the channel.
yeah. Let's
No.
go to Liverpool
Honestly,
quickly and
guys,
not-
that's how.
They're not the
No.
people
Just
channel.
because like she's gotten married and work has been tough. No, you should have seen her in her youth. Fuck that. You don't buy 100 mil player for you to watch them go downhill. I think the 30 mil was the English premium that they put in. At 70, yeah,
Okay,
that's
fair,
where I have him.
Okay, fair.
but
30 million pound English premium.
he
Okay,
didn't
fair.
decide his transfer fee, right? And I still think he improved that team massively, and he's a key part of that
did.
team that could still
He
go on
did.
and win the league.
Man,
But there's levels.
I'm with
There's
you.
levels, and we saw the levels yesterday, and Rodri is just, it's a different sport. Rodri is playing football where his foot touches the ball. Rice is running around a football pitch. And that's the difference between the two players.
So then, can I ask a stupid question? We say Rice is 100 mil. How much is Rodri? If he's English,
Priceless.
He
He doesn't even have to be English.
Rodri. Those peak Rodri where he could have been 100. Right
No,
now, Rodri
he's-
injury prone.
I s-
yeah,
I go 50.
I think
literally, who is better
your
than him?
risk appetite shows with the manager that you've kept. Because we were talking about Bruno.
Why
Um,
just
hold on.
shade for no reason?
No, we're talking about Bruno, and the first thing you said is he's 29, And now we're talking about Rodri,
Rodri.
probably one of the
The first
best
thing you said is
midfielders.
ACL.
Yeah, the first thing that you default to is how it wouldn't work out. So I think you do deserve Eddie Howe.
No, but like
Keep him.
I think they are they're the same player, but not the same player. At the end of the day, but we don't play that type of football. I'm saying to you now, I would not, as Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, pay 100 million pounds for Bruno Guimaraes. I'm saying to you, 2-3 seasons ago, Rodri was that guy.
Guys,
Rodri was
can
that
you
midfielder that you all wanted. Because he
imagine
dictated
Rodri
the
playing
game.
next to Pedri?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, we don't have to imagine because it
Yes.
happened.
And
Yeah.
they
We're
have no, but
seeing
also
walk the
Fabian
Yeah.
Ruiz. Please do not miss to mention Fabian Ruiz
Yeah.
in that midfield because he
Oh,
was
yeah,
my
Fabian,
player
yeah.
of the tournament at the moment.
Yeah, because he ran around like Declan Rice.
Nah,
Yeah,
but Ruiz
yeah,
can play, bro. Come on.
Ruiz
Yeah, I
was
know.
unreal
There's
in that
levels.
tournament.
There's
Yeah.
level. I put Ruiz on the same level as Declan Rice.
Nah, Ruiz is better
They're
than
very
Rice.
good players.
I think
No.
Ruiz is better.
Way better.
At that time, Ruiz was better. I don't
Yeah.
know anymore. But
This
at
is
that
where
time,
this
Ruiz
this
was
is where I
better.
miss Cheese, because Cheese is very quick to call you guys out. That do you actually watch football or you just watch highlights?
Mm.
We watched that tournament, and at that
Yeah.
tournament, there was
I
no
watched
better
that
version of
tournament.
Rice than Ruiz.
Even
Guys.
even PSG, bro. I was watching PSG, and plus we have the French league now on DSTV. I
Yeah.
can
Canal Plus.
Is this
Oh.
you hinting to Canal Plus that we're available for them to take us in?
Yeah, Canal Plus, pull up. Plus, you know I love French ballers, bro. You know I'm a man. I
Not the center backs. Let's not
Yeah,
go
not
there.
Yeah,
not the center
not the
back.
center backs.
Because then
Yeah,
Onke will
that's
have to get
true.
banned from the show.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I can hear the argument around Bruno being player and I can see it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Of
the
course,
biggest.
he
No,
will.
I'm not the biggest Bruno fan. I think he's a crybaby.
If you run the whole Bruno whines, Bruno does this gimmick anymore, you haven't been watching Bruno this season
Yeah.
because he stopped all of that. But Gabriel doesn't get nearly half of the shit. That
Yep.
Bruno
No, they
Gabriel
bullshit.
No,
is
I
all
agree
Gabriel,
with that.
yeah,
I agree with
Gabriel
that.
is
He's a
Don't-
pansy.
The only
Yeah.
thing I
Gabriel
always
is a bitch. He's not
a
that's not a
pansy.
2000.
don't call him a dog now. Don't call him a female dog. But I do think it was a beautiful watch yesterday when a real baller came in and owned Gabriel just to remind him
Yes.
that he's like, yeah, that was beautiful to watch.
You're a small
I think yeah, I don't like calling people small boys because I've got two small boys and yeah, they're priceless. But anyway, it was good for football to watch these dark arts not win anything.
Hey, Cheese rocks up. Cheese with the 90+5 banger.
Let's talk about Liverpool and then we can all go home.
yo.
There's
Guys,
nothing
I
there.
think
There's
the only thing that we can say about Liverpool is that we are a bigger club than Everton, and we will always be a bigger club than Everton. And it's
Yes.
always nice making fun of Everton, but slot out.
Okay.
We're probably going to
I saw
finish
an
in the
interesting
Champions
tweet
League
today.
spot, but slot out.
I saw an
done.
interesting
He's
tweet
got to
today.
go.
It said that in this century, out of the 96 football league clubs, every single one of them has celebrated something: promotion, playoff wins, trophy, something, except for one,
Since
Everton.
1995.
Yes, Everton have not celebrated anything.
Yeah,
And-
David Moyes.
In this past calendar
David-
year or what?
No, this century.
The century.
Oh, the century. Yeah, even we got something. Woo!
Yeah, it's
Everton's biggest achievement this century was that 3-3 draw against Liverpool in their last Merseyside derby at Goodison.
Oh, that was beautiful to watch, though. Let's be
I know,
honest.
but
to watch.
That was
that
beautiful.
is
What a
the
finish.
greatest thing. That is the best thing that they've achieved.
So all 96 clubs has
all
celebrated
96 in the
Something.
football league.
Yeah, but
Have
also
celebrated something.
the stadium name is just like fucking
Yeah,
famous.
that's
Sorry.
awful.
Because it's sponsored, dog. It's a sponsor.
It's
No, isn't it?
Some people have Emirates. Some people have Etihad. They had Will Dickinson or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I thought it was a legend in the
It
team.
would have been
He'll do
hilarious if they went down, and that's also another reason why I want Tottenham to go down, because you build this big flashy stadium, and then now you need to. Oh, next thing you know, you're hosting Preston at home. It's funny. It's very very
So
funny.
Guys, Spurs are going
with
down.
Spurs, though, whether they get relegated or not, Beyonce is still going to perform at that stadium. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really impact them
True.
financially that much. Um,
Yeah.
I don't want Spurs to go down because I
No, they
think
must go. No,
it
they
is
must go.
good for the league having
No, they must
Spurs
no, no,
in the
no.
league.
They must go. Spurs
Yeah,
must
I
go.
think I think I
They
think they
must go.
they flirted with relegation for far too long. They didn't
Yeah, last
address
season,
issues.
even
Yeah,
The
last
United
most
season.
flirted with the
the thing
relegation
that
last season.
disappoints me the most is that the man who deserves to be relegated with Spurs is not there anymore. Daniel Levy.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's the man that deserves to be relegated out of everyone. The
Mm.
players, I'm sure they'll find clubs. I would be happy to take Bergval. I'll be very happy to take Bergval. But I think that with Spurs, it's also a mentality thing. It's
I,
also
I, I was
very,
about
very
to. I was about to say I watched them and they look scared.
yeah.
They
Guys,
look proper
the way
scared.
they celebrated at 2-1 up, I'm like, this game is done. I'm
Yeah.
going to go do something else. I was on the phone. Then I turn to my right and I look at the TV and I see it's 2-2. And I'm like,
95th minute, dude.
what happened here?
Mm.
Like Xavi Simons taking off his top and everything like that was just so it
Jumping
was
the
embarrassing.
fans.
It
Yeah,
was
there was
embarrassing.
there was the fear that was like coming out because they look proper scared. And the unfortunate thing is the relegation battle is you're not in control of it. It's
Yeah.
like right up top. And everyone tells you that you're in control of your destiny. Unfortunately, there are forces beyond you that you can't fucking do. You can be the best team, but there comes at one moment that like literally everything unravels.
Mm.
And right now, you Deserby is the right manager for them. Because I do think he is going to slap some common sense into some of these players. But they look
Hasn't started
proper.
too well.
Mhm.
Hmm?
Hasn't started too well, but yeah, I guess so.
It was his first game. It was his first home game, and he got the fans behind. But they were also nervous. I think 80th minute, they should have been cheering the team on. They became what Arsenal fans was right at the tail end of last season, where they were their own players. And I don't like that as a fan. You might be disappointed, but you know for a fact that
Let's take it
Not-
with the players.
You
TV.
can't do that in a relegation fight.
Yeah, you should
That's
never
that's
boo.
that's
Just
my point.
survive, and then you can start booing each
And we
other.
can start again, yeah. Survive and we can start
Yes,
again.
Yeah.
yes, just
All right.
survive. That's all.
Yeah, no, I,
Yeah.
I can see the comment that Tato is making that it was the built up tension, fear. It just like he takes that shot that shot. It touches the goalpost. It goes in, and that just was an implosion. But how they concede,
Okay, jinx.
but how they concede is you've got the defender has won the ball, which is the hardest thing. So he has to then be situationally aware of what's going on around him, which is the easier thing because you get taught that at like freaking under 9 and whatnot, and he's not.
And that's
And
why I don't want Van der Ven anywhere near my club.
wasn't Van der Ven to blame. Van der Ven
He's
is got his own. He's got his own toxic traits.
Mhm.
But being situationally aware, I don't think is one of them.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
guys,
He's
I think
just sorry,
this is
Hicks.
where we should call it, guys. Yeah, this has been a very long episode.
And
I know
just and just so that everyone knows, I meant no offense to anyone who doesn't have an inch. It was a joke. It was a pure
Gubade, this is
banter.
why X is calling the show because
Yeah.
he's scared you're gonna get us demonetized.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
why.
well, YouTube is on a they're on a demonetization thing. They don't even warn you. They just demonetize you.
Yep. So already, yeah, we demonetized.
Now,
But there's
now what?
nothing unworthy there, as I said. It's an adult show. And yeah,
It's a family show,
It's a
Sishe.
family show. Sihle.
that's how families are made, isn't it?
All right, guys. I think we should call it there. Thank you so much for availing yourselves. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help a brother out. This is Crazy Sport, and we're out.